Ryanair is fighting a fine in Hungary. It's in German you call it Übergewinnsteuer, which would be called over-profit tax. Then the next topic would be Lufthansa did send a team to Everett, to Boeing, to pick up the first 787-9er. Yeah, it's happening. Lufthansa FlyNet, the new app, get a free voucher. And we have a deal zone deal, which is a kind of a permanent burner deal because Budapest deals are a permanent deal right now. I will give you some ideas and destinations. My name is Lars. I'm here to bring you more miles, more points and more status. Ryanair is normally not a topic which I like to cover, but Ryanair in this case gets bambooed for something where I think that is not okay. I mean, I'm all in when it comes to tell what Ryanair is doing, how they treat staff, how they treat passengers, how they treat airports, how they are using the system and gambling the system to make profits. That is no doubt, and that is something we can make a full show about it. But today we are talking about Ryanair because they are fighting the Hungarian government. The Hungarian authorities gave them a fine over 730,000 euros, which is 300 million forint. 300 million. And sounds better, 300 million punishment. But it's 730,000 euros. And the Irish carrier was handed out this hefty penalty this month because the consumer protection investigation by the Hungarian authorities figured out that, and we have the same discussion in Germany, Übergewinnsteuer. It's, like I said, over-profit tax. It's a German thing, but it's basically extra profits. Means they consider the money that they make because they take per ticket an average between 10 or 25 euros more, what they have to get back, because that is not fair. In Germany, they're discussing it when it comes to electricity companies or power companies, because the cost increased so much that they have to take the money back. But I think that there's a problem, because how do you consider over profit or excess profit? And Ryanair Michael O'Leary, who is the CEO, said the only thing more idiotic than the Hungarian government's decision to impose an excessive profits tax on the loss-making airline industry is the Hungarian Consumer Protection Agency decision to impose this completely baseless fine and then notify its justice minister before notifying Ryanair. We have now appealed this baseless fine, which we will ultimately overturn before European courts, as European law guarantees airlines freedom to set prices and pass on retrospective taxes to consumers. And that is the point. I mean, I think that you cannot take tax for something which was in the past. I mean, when you say, okay, we are charging this tax and it will start tomorrow, which is bad enough because you have only one day to adapt. But it cannot be for past. And that is something which is, in my opinion, not okay. German would say, nicht in Ordnung. And anyways, they are cancelling routes from Hungary already. You never know with Michael Leary if it is something which he came up with because of the tax, or it's just something they always wanted to do because the destinations were not working. We had the same problem in Frankfurt, where they stopped flying to Frankfurt and reduced the flights to Frankfurt because of the increase of landing fees. Airports which are considered and cancelled for that are 7 airports from Budapest, which are Bordeaux, BOD, Bournemouth, Bravo Oscar Uniform, Cologne, Charlie Golf November, Kaunas, Krakow, Lappeenranta, in Finland, Riga and Turin. While reducing frequencies on further 7 routes, that would be Amman, that would be Bristol, Pisa, Prague, Sofia, Tel Aviv and Warsaw. The airline intends to bolster service to other neighboring countries such as Slovakia, Austria, Croatia and Romania, which in the words of O'Leary, do not have any idiotic excess profit tax. And in this case, I'm thinking that it's really a problem. And I think that even Wizz Air is the next victim of this. I cannot support it, but comment down there what you think. If this is okay for you, that you fight as Ryanair against 730,000 euros, because I think that is something which protects us from future surprises, because then who avoids and stops airlines to send us an invoice? Say, listen, you did fly 2 weeks ago with us and prices increased, maybe you'll pay another $15. I mean, completely go-go. Not happening. What is happening is Lufthansa Boeing 787-9 are getting ready for pickup. Lufthansa did send a team for pickup. They have a team of specialists who are checking new aircraft. Of course, they have an aircraft when it's built, always someone in Everett or in the factory who is checking the aircraft and doing all good, all bad. These aircraft you're talking about are the 5 ones which used to be considered first for Hainan Airlines, then they got abandoned by Hainan, COVID, you know. Then Vistara, COVID, you know. And now Lufthansa said, no, we get them. I said already that these whitetails, what they used to be, have been aircrafts which are maybe very cheap because of the 777X, which is missing, still in action. Anyways, the Lufthansa team arrived there and they are checking the Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Alpha. The name of the aircraft would be Berlin. The first one which they are picking up. And the second one will be coming in autumn, which is Delta Alpha Bravo Papa Delta Frankfurt am Main, the name. I think we have to emphasize again the cabin. The cabin is the Hainan cabin, and it will go to Frankfurt, the aircraft, and will be a little bit getting an interior retrofit. But it's not that they pull out the seats and put other seats in. No, it will be the Hainan cabin, and they will just change the colors. But I made on Sunday a show about it, so you can recheck it if you didn't watch it. And there you see even pictures. The GNX engines are having absolute great fuel consumption. 2.5 liters fuel per 100 kilometers per passenger. That is outstanding and 30% better than the predecessors. The Lufthansa Group has ordered 32, and as the 5 first ones were coming from Hainan, the number 6 will be the first one which is built for Lufthansa, and this will have the future intercont experience cabin. So that will be the first Lufthansa owned cabin. And I talked about it on Sunday as well, but a little word about it. It will be a step to the really great new business class cabin. We will see that will be a fast step to the front. If you're flying with Lufthansa, you know that Lufthansa is using internet or providing internet. They call it FlyNet, and they were the first ones who had FlyNet. I did fly in the 747-400. I think it was it Boeing who offered it. Speed was okay. Anyways, Lufthansa wants to promote the digital services. I like this FlyNet very much in the flights of intra-European flights. Why? Because there you can get all information, and it's free of charge, which you normally get with the overhead monitor, or you get it with the monitor in your seat, where you are, the speed, and all this little shishi that you can get on your app, and you can get even destination informations, which I personally, I'm not a big fan. I like more the screen with the map, where you see where you are, how long it takes. So that is the channel I like. Even on long haul flights, it's a channel I love. But what I love as well is with the FlyNet for a little money, and now you can go and get the Wi-Fi package for free. The first one at least. It's a so-called free of charge FlyNet Mail and Surf voucher. Or you buy it, which would be €5 or 1,700 miles, approximately, for Frankfurt, Helsinki. The promotion, you just have to download the app first, of course, and then you push it. One thing which I like as well is that you can buy the flight voucher before you depart, and then you use it on the flight, then you don't have to do all the tipping and so on. The voucher can immediately apply it online. And the Lufthansa service app is pretty cool. I think it's state of the art. which is state of the art as well, is flying first class. There you get a free interweb voucher as well. And the flights from Budapest are cheap. The only thing you have to keep in mind is 45 days before departure you have to book it. Booking class is A. For the business class it would be D. Destinations would be Dubai from Budapest 2,300. 2,500 would be Delhi and Mumbai or Bombay, however you call it, how old you are, depends. Budapest Johannesburg is 2,700, 2,900 Hong Kong, and Singapore 3,000. My favorite destination would be Singapore, because there you get the most miles on the flight. Hong Kong is unfortunately not open, so you will not get all the miles. But let us have a look on the points for a flight Budapest, Frankfurt, Singapore and return. As you see, booking class D and A. The first 96 miles you get from Air China, but Lufthansa Miles & More gives you 42,318 like Aegean and Scandinavian. Copa gives you only 40,000 like TAP and Malta. Ethiopian gives you as well 40,000. Turkish gives you 27,946. Just as a kind reminder, always think about it, that when you collect with Lufthansa Miles & More and you fly with Lufthansa, you still get the 25% executive bonus as frequent traveler, senator or Honsucker. And of course, you get always, until 31st of December, the 50% for the Honsucker miles and normal miles as well. It's always great. But not award miles, only for the senator or for the status miles, for the FDL and senator, and for the Honsucker miles. Other airlines give you 27,000, goes down to 20,000 like South African, but who is really bad is Air India, 2,076, 1,298 would be Cathay Pacific, and Air New Zealand 0. So here they are, Air New Zealand. Thank you for watching Frequent Traveler TV. Thank you for watching the show today. Thank you for liking us. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for hitting the notification button, the bell, and subscribing. That are the 4 things I appreciate that you do. Thank you for doing so. See you tomorrow for your daily dose of more miles, more points, and more status. Where's my remote? Here is this.